Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
Southern Iowa, it's rodeo time. The 2025 Albia Chamber Main Street Rodeo returns Saturday, June 7th at the Monroe County Fairgrounds. Rogue Rodeo brings us 8 thrilling events, a bull ride showdown, comedy from Ronald Burton, and the dazzling Diamonds and Dust performance. Gates open at 5 p.m. for food, fun, and high-energy action await. Tickets on sale now at albiachambermainstreet.org. Adults $15 in advance, $20 at the gate. Kids only $10. Saddle up for a night of tradition and thrill. Don't miss it.
Jace Race 2025 is Saturday, June 7th at the North Mahaska Junior Senior High School in New Sharon. The 5K starts at 8 a.m., followed by the 1 mile fun run. To sign up, use the links on the North Mahaska Education Foundation's Facebook page. Pre-registration guarantees you a t-shirt, but you can also sign up the day of the race. There will be some giveaways and first-place prizes. In memory of Jace Carrico, who passed in 2008, the Carrico family appreciates the community's support. Skunk River Radio is a brand new online radio station playing country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen right now at skunkriverradio.com. Plus, the Skunk River Radio app will soon be available at Google Play and the Apple Store. Also coming soon, Skunk River Radio will be available on Alexa and Google Assistant. And starting on Monday, June 9th, you'll be able to listen to me, Steve Shuttler, from 6 a.m. to noon, and Neil the Hayes Crott from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, a division of Shuttler Media, LLC. And a good morning to you. Time for the sports section. We are live, as always, from Barn Wired at 119 East Marion in Sigourney on the south side of the Sigourney Square on... It's a beautiful Saturday morning. It's kind of a cloudy Saturday morning, maybe some rain later on. But, of course, the Barn Wired is a great place to get in, get some breakfast, get some coffee to get you going on a Saturday morning. We take it live here inside Barn Wired, and we see our brand new summertime host, Mr. A.J. Johnson from KTVO in Ottumwa. A.J., how you doing today?
As cloudy as it looks outside. No, I'm kidding. I'm good. It's nice to be here. Finally, I was explaining how this is the first time I've driven off the main road of Sigourney outside of going to the high school, so it's nice to see something new, be somewhere new, and partner up with you, Steve, so thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. You and I met briefly at the state girls basketball tournament back in March.
Great times.
And spoke, and lots of area teams up there. And so maybe tell us a little bit about yourself. We're going to get to know you a little bit before we get to our guests, which we do have Keota softball and Sigourney Junior High softball coming up on today's show. But AJ, let's get to know you a little bit. Maybe give us some of your background.
Yeah, so I'm here from way of Florida. Yes, everyone always says, why would you move to Iowa? Well, hey, listen, I was in Florida for a long time. I love Florida. It's beautiful. I'll never forget it, and it is home. But, it's a big world out there. It's a big America out there. So I want to come see some other stuff, and Iowa just happened to be where I landed with KTVO. I am the sports reporter. I cover a lot of the teams in your area, and you cover a lot of teams I don't cover, but I've been to a lot of the away games covering my team, so I'm pretty familiar with the area. And it's been a blessing. It's been great to come here. The community has been fantastic, from Ottumwa to Sigourney to Mount Pleasant to even Keota, who we're going to see, who I've barely talked to that much. Dan Stout randomly at track. And he's always been great too. So it's been nice. It's been cool. I love sports, and I love high school sports. it's one of the last moments before college where they really care about the sport. And not to say professional athletes don't, but you know the difference when you're watching those sports. So truly blessed to be doing what I'm doing.
And how long have you been doing TV?
So it's kind of interesting. I have been officially network airwaves TV for a little over a year.
Okay.
But like so many in our world today now, I've ran multiple podcasts over the YouTube airwaves and Facebook airwaves. And so I've been doing sports TV since about 2016.
Okay.
Me and a buddy of mine started a ragtag podcast in our bedroom. It was fun. It was good. But like that was where I really got a spark to know that this is what I wanted to do. And I went to the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting at Full Sail University. And while that was going on, me and a couple other guys who are now in the industry ran a sportscast called the Rough Cut Sportscast and the Sac City Podcast. And that's where we really took off. Like, I mean, not like trying not to brag, but to give you the best explanation, it'd be like watching NFL Live. You know, most podcasts, you got the people on TV and you watch their heads talk for an hour. Yeah, we get talking heads for us, but during the whole show, we're throwing on highlights. We're throwing on, playback from coaches and learning everything we learned at Dan Patrick, we were putting into play during this show as well. And kind of got the niche for doing what we do now. And say this, it's much better not having to press all the buttons like you guys do anymore. And I can just sit back and relax and let everybody else make me look good. So, and you're doing a great job of it already.
Thank you. This is like we were talking before we even went on the air today. This is a much looser format than probably what you're used to and what I was used to when I did radio. We just kind of go with the flow and have a good time. As you mentioned, you and I overlap on some of the schools that we follow, and maybe we'll be able to introduce each other to some sports folks in the area that we don't know. So
yeah, absolutely. I think North Mahaska, I've only went and bothered them when they were playing EBF, and they're like 1-2 matchup. That's like a can't miss. And I think you have HLV.
HLVTC, yep.
I haven't gotten to that area. Waco, Linville, I only get to see when the Sigourney goes at it. So there's some schools. And then for me, I covered Albia and Cardinal and Centerville, and we get the Fairfields and Mount Pleasance and Oskaloosa. So I think we can bring the entire Southeast together between the two of us. So that's a fun one.
And of course, you and I are both busy today. Yeah. After today's show, you're heading to Oskaloosa for some softball. They've got a tournament going on. Myself and Josh Clubb, who's going to be part of the show today, going to be heading to Pekin for Pekin North Mahaska softball coming up, in about an hour.
Yeah, this day is not going to stop anytime soon.
So, AJ, we better get this show on the road.
Let's do it.
Let's take our first commercial break. We'll hear from some of our sponsors, and then we'll be back with some of the Keota girls from Keota Softball. Stay tuned. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Stop by James Family Greenhouse and Produce in Sigourney. They have a variety of hanging baskets, annuals, shrubs, perennials, trees, mulch, and vegetable plants. Plus, you can spruce up your landscape with yard decor or decorate the inside of your home with home decor. James Family Greenhouse is also a great place to stop in for some gift ideas. You got to stop in and see it all for yourself. James Family Greenhouse at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. And be sure to follow their page on Facebook.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? remodel. Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house, from lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
We are always looking for ways to improve, and we do that by embracing new and better technologies.
With each of us having our own areas of expertise, we collaborate together to give you the best care possible.
Striving to give you the best smile, we believe doing things right the first time saves you both time and money.
All right, we thank all of our sponsors for being on board with the sports section. Again, we're live from Barnwired in downtown Sigourney every Saturday morning. We start up at 8 a.m., and we always have in some different sports teams, coaches, and athletes from around our area. Again, we're hanging out with our brand new host, AJ Johnson from KTVO in Ottumwa. Make sure, AJ, I didn't ask, when can people tune in to see you on TV?
And I should be better about that. I should probably tell people how to find me. So I am the anchor on Mondays at 6 on ABC and 6:30 on CBS. Tuesday on 6:30 at CBS, and Friday we're back to ABC and CBS 6 and 6:30. And I was telling Steve I'm not as good as I should be on social media, but I am getting better. So AJ Johnson KTVO on Facebook, and there's this other site that used to be known as Twitter. I think they call it X now or something.
Like that.
I'll post on there one day, but you can find me at AJ Johnson _KTVO on X, formerly known as Twitter. But it's not about me anymore, Steve.
Exactly.
It's about the wonderful girls at Kyoto. How are y'all, ladies?
Good.
See the way you said good and then laughed made me believe you're just saying that to make me feel good. Are we actually good? You got up early on a Saturday for little old me and little old Steve. That's impressive. All right, let's do me a favor and do the people at home a favor. We'll go from this side. Let me know your name and what year you're in school.
I'm Kennedy Jackson, and I'm going into my senior year.
I'm Olivia Lyle. I'm also going into my senior year.
I'm Addison Perkypal, and I'm going into my senior year.
I'm Elena Swanson, and I just graduated, so.
All right. Once again, thank you guys for not only getting up and coming out this morning, but reminding me your names again. So we're going to jump right in. I was telling you guys, I do cover Kyoto, not as well as I should because you guys are so far from me in Ottumwa, but I'm excited to kind of get a chance to watch some of your sports. I really wanted to get out to basketball. They had a great season, and I missed out. But now we're in softball season. I'll tell you, honestly, since I've been here, softball and baseball has been one of my favorite times in the summer because there's nothing else going on anywhere else, and I get to, enjoy it. So you guys have a very interesting program, so to speak. It's been tough. You guys have been really young for a long time. I think last year you guys just had 2 seniors yourself, and I want to say it was Sheets, Emily? Yeah. And they're both gone. And now you guys return, I think, 7 players, and you guys went 2-15 last year. So, Kenny, I'll start with you. Having a 2-15 type season last year, how tough is it to go through that and make it to the end, and then, to be honest, come back and go for it again?
Last year was a hard year for Kyoto softball, but I think, this year we have a new coach, so it's really good that we know that he's behind us in everything, and we know that we have the support from him. So it was easier this year to start having that confidence than it was last year.
Olivia, you're new to the team this year. So knowing what they went through last year and then coming on this year, what expectations did you have other than I'll go out and play some softball with my friends?
I was excited to try something new. I knew it would be a good year because of the people who I would be with and my friends and the coach. I knew everyone was supporting me, and they've been very supportive throughout this whole season so far.
So it's a new venture for you. What position did you decide to play, and what's it been like getting acclimated to being on the softball team?
I've learned a lot so far. Right now I'm a pinch runner. I've been working on slapping too. I'm naturally a right-handed person, so slapping has definitely been something new for me to try. But overall, I have definitely improved a lot, and I hope to keep working at it and maybe, I don't know, be center fielder sometime.
Let's test your terminology, and for the people at home that don't know, what is slapping?
So basically, you are in the left side of the batter's box, and you kind of get a running start. You start your running to first base. So then it just helps you. You're closer to first base than what you would be on the right side of the batter's box.
Last question, I'll stop picking on you. When you get up there, like, and you're going to take those steps, do you feel like it gives you more power on your hit when you get that extra step? And
yes.
It's helped you perform in the batter's box a little more?
Yes. I have not slapped yet in a varsity game, but I have slapped in JV, and I liked it.
Awesome. All right, so here's the truth. I was actually stalling to try to remember your name again. I told you I was going to be bad. Tell me your name one more time.
Elena Swanson.
Elena. I wanted to say Emma, and I was like, I know it's not. I know it's an E, unless you spell it with an A, which would not be fair for me. But so you just graduated. You're coming back for your senior year. That makes you one of the de facto leaders on the team. How do you, the girls that are coming in, you guys got a decent amount of 8th graders, a decent amount of freshmen. How do you take that role as a leader to be in your last season and knowing that you guys have an opportunity to be better than you were last year?
I'm not like a huge leader. I like to think Kennedy. I don't know how to exactly like do all that, but I most definitely try to keep everybody in a positive mindset during games, because when people bat and they strike out, they get down really easily, so we try to just bring them up.
I mean, that's really important, though, because you can be in a game, and I've watched this happen a few times where you go to the second inning and it's all tied, and then their bats get hot. Next thing you know, you're down 7-0 and people get down on themselves. You need someone in the dugout that's going to make you laugh, and you're saying that's you?
I feel like I've always been that way. For volleyball, I'm always hyping everybody up, and same way for softball.
All right, give us your best joke. All right, we didn't forget you in the back. Right. So we'll transition into the next year for you guys. So we're already at 2 wins on the season. Only played 4 games. 1 was canceled. I remember. I listened. But that matches your total from last year. So you guys are already on an upward trajectory. How do you feel the start of this season has gone?
I think the start of the season has been great, honestly. We lost 2 games at the beginning, but they were not too far off. Our bats were going pretty good. We just weren't quite there yet for the first 2 games, but then we came into Montezuma with high mindsets, and yeah, we did pretty good so far.
Yeah, 20 runs in the last 2 games. That's different, right? Because last season, like, I want to say you had a very good win with 13 runs, but most of your other games were, single digits, if that.
Yeah.
So what's it like going in the game and coming out with a double-digit win and starting off on a win streak?
I don't know how to describe it other than saying it feels amazing. It's just, I don't know. It's amazing.
Sometimes there are lost words. I get it. Trust me. So, like, we're playing the fun game here, right? 2 wins, and they tell you don't put the cart before the horse, don't get too excited, but you're already matched last season. You got tons of games left. How far do you see this team taking it?
I see this team taking it very far. I'm pretty confident in this team. We've got a lot of good girls on this team, I think, and we all have really good mindsets. We work together well. I think we'll go really far.
Now let's jump back over to Kennedy. She's been sitting there looking sad that I haven't talked to you in a while. I'm sorry. I didn't forget you either. So you mentioned about the new coach, Sean Hafley, correct? What's it been like having him take over? How do you feel it's been different this year than it was last year with Sean or with Tom?
Sean has had a really good mindset coming into the game and the practices. He's definitely been there when we've had rough days, rough games, good games, bad games.
That's cool. I got to follow up to help you with that. Also, it's not Tom, it's Tony. I swear I did my homework from last year. A big thing when a new coach comes in, maybe you were doing things that they liked already, but they always have their way of doing stuff as well. How do you feel like he's changed your culture, coming into this season? Like how you guys were last season as a group, as a team, how is it different for you guys this season?
Well, we've had a lot more team things, I'd say. He's very big on supporting, and last year we did support, but I think the coaching wasn't there 100%. Like, Sean is dialed in 24/7 and really wants the best for us.
Well, I mean, any coach would have been a new coach for you. So.
Yep.
But now that you kind of come in the culture, everything's new for you. Sean's there to help you learn in and out of the game and what needs to happen and how his see, I'm used to the mics that pick me up everywhere. No offense. I'm gonna go back to the notes. So with Sean now, like, some of the things that you've learned from him in this year of softball, how would you describe it?
Well, he's been great at teaching me the game. Both my coaches have. My teammates have too. He definitely has faith in me, and he sees my potential. He's a great coach to have for the first year out for softball.
Monday is coming up, and you guys have Sigourney. We'll go to Elena for this one. Sigourney, you guys have a very interesting relationship with Sigourney because just about any sport you're able to co-op in, Sigourney and Keota co-op. Not so much for the girls, I guess, but you probably see a lot of the same people. You play with some of the same people. The guys play with some of the same people. Is it different? Do you get up a little more when you go to play Sigourney?
A little bit. It's weird because obviously we're friends with some of the people, but then at the same time we hate them because they're good. Like, I feel like that's just how it is. They're really good, and that's why we don't like them, and that's why we want to beat them.
See, you're good at this because you took me to my very next question. They are a very good team. They've been a good team for a while. Last year they won a state title, but they had a lot of roster turnover. Carly Goodwin's no longer there, and that was a pitching nightmare for everybody else. And they lost a lot of good hitters, yet they're still 6-1, 8-1. Do you feel like this year's like your best shot to maybe get an upset win on Monday?
I think so, because, I think that we have a chance to play them. And, I mean, if we compete as well as we have been, we could potentially win. But, I mean, we've never been good enough to have Carly pitch to us before, so we know what Joe is pitching. And as long as we get our bats moving, I think that would really help us.
Well, I was going to ask you what you guys need to do for the victory on Monday. She gave us a little insight. What else do you think is important for you guys to come out with your third win in a row?
Honestly, just keeping good mindsets and hyping up the team. We love, before the game, just kind of dancing around and having fun with each other. We don't like to be quiet in the dugout at all. We're always cheering for each other when people are up to bat, and I think if we come out like that, come out strong, I think we have a really good chance of winning.
All right, I got one last question for each of you. It's the same one. We're going to start with you. I guess it's 1.5 question technically. Do you have a walk-up song?
No.
If you could, what song would it be? By who? For the people who definitely don't know your artists.
I really don't know.
Any music in the world. You're telling me you don't listen to music? If you had a walk-up book to read, what would it be?
Gosh, I can't think of any song right now.
All right, we'll wrap back around. We'll start again.
She has one.
All right.
Sexy Red.
Well, she has a whole catalog. What would the song be?
Pow, pow, pow.
What do you got?
AJ, let's give them a second to think.
Yeah.
What would your walk-up song be?
Well, this is easy. It'd be Migos, Walk It Like You Talk It. You walk up and you talk it, and then come on. See, I threw that off the top of my head. I thought they listened to more music in this era. I guess I was.
Mine would be Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
That's not bad. That's a good one. We should just give them all Stairway to Heaven, and they could all walk up, even if they bat around on that one. We'll bail them out. We won't make them think too hard.
Anybody got anything? I got one.
Yeah? All right.
Sexy and I Know It.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Mine would be
Big
Fireball.
I feel like mine would be I don't care. Like I crashed my car into the bridge.
I don't care. See, I know. I'm a music guru. Well, ladies, that's all I have, unless Steve wants to jump in with a question.
No, I think we're good.
That was awesome. Thanks so much, guys. I expect that I'll be out on Monday for the Sigourney game, but I never say I definitely will, because who knows what Monday's to bring. But that's one that I had circled on my calendar, so hopefully I'll get to come watch y'all swing the bats, and can't say getting upset because I have to cover both teams, so I'm neutral. So good luck to both sides.
Thank you.
Keota softball, we thank you guys for coming in, and appreciate you getting up early on a Saturday and coming over to Sigourney for the sports section. We're going to take a break and be back here in a few minutes with Sigourney Junior High softball right after this. The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com.
Stam Garden Center. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
Complete Care of Iowa is a medical clinic located in Sigourney, Iowa that provides care to patients of all ages. Located at 113 East Marion Street in Sigourney. Call 641-541-4040. Complete Care of Iowa is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday by appointment only. They're currently accepting new patients. Find more information at CompleteCareOfIowa.com. Complete Care of Iowa. Health care for where you are. Find your Iowa dream home with AE Realty in Montezuma. With unparalleled industry knowledge and local expertise, AE Realty is the Montezuma real estate expert you've been looking for. Whether you're buying or selling, AE Realty can help you get the best deal. You can find AE Realty at 321 East Main Street in Montezuma. Call 641-623-2639 or go to aerealtyinc.com.
If you like red, white, and blue from Tassel Ridge Winery, but prefer sweet white wines, try our Star Spangled White. Star Spangled White is a sweet white wine made entirely from Edelweiss grapes. Chill a bottle of Star Spangled White and sip it as you watch the sunset. Tassel Ridge Star Spangled White wine is available at about 350 retail outlets located all over Iowa. Look for the displays of Tassel Ridge wine where you shop. If the store doesn't offer Star Spangled White, ask the manager to get it for you.
Hey, we do thank all of our sponsors for being on board here on Steve Shetler Media. And for the sports section, we are live from Barn Wired on the south side of the square in beautiful downtown Sigourney, 119 East Marion Street. Get in here for some breakfast and coffee to get you going on a Saturday. Let's take a peek at our Keokuk County Hospital and Clinic's Athlete of the Week, as voted on by you folks here on Facebook, and that is Lainey Batterson. Tremendous pitcher for EBF softball. It's not unusual for EBF to win our Athlete of the Week and our Team of the Week. They've got some great voters in Eddyville, Blakesburg, and Fremont. So Lainey Batterson, great pitcher, and she's off to a great start this season. Our Keokuk County Hospital and Clinic's Athlete of the Week. Our Kelly Style State Farm Team of the Week is Cardinal Baseball, and they're off to a great start as well. So, Cardinal, they get several athletes and teams up on the polls and get voted on quite regularly. So our Kelly Style State Farm Team of the Week, Cardinal Baseball. Our Athlete of the Week, Lainey Batterson from EBF. All right, let's take it back live to A.J. Johnson from KTVO. He is hanging out with Sigourney Junior High softball. And A.J., take it away.
Before we jump in, I want to give a shout-out to your voters because I think they did a fantastic job on that one. I've watched Lainey as a freshman last year take the team to state, and, I mean, that's a hard thing to do. And then Cardinal Baseball is also on the come-up. So people are watching out there. I know the home teams are voting on them, but I think you did a good job on that one. So shout out, keep voting. Hello, Sigourney Junior High softball. How are we? All at once. Go.
Good.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. So we're gonna start with Coach, just to make it easy. We got to show them how easy it is to just have a good time here and relax. You guys have been having a good season so far. 4-0 on the A side, 3-0 on the B side. How are you feeling about the way your girls are coming along, Coach?
Very well. We have an outstanding group this year. It's our team's made up of 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and just what a lot of these girls have done through the years, with whether they were in travel ball, the local rec league, and the work that their parents do for them too as well. They've came in and we're kind of at a little bit upper level, so we can work on more advanced things this year. So just great group of kids. We have no issues with attitudes or anything like that. All just ready to play every day. So it makes it easy. It makes my job really easy.
One of the things that I first noticed when I got here, we didn't have a lot of this where I was in Florida. The schools are community districts here, as everybody knows. So this is the Florida man speaking for you. Where I'm from, it's just, there's a middle school that sits by itself, and then there's a high school that you go to. They're not intertwined and so dependent on each other. But around here, you get the elementary's the same, the middle school's the same, the high school's the same. You have the fortunate of having a high school team for baseball and softball that is kind of like a powerhouse. So when you have these junior high softball girls, I'm assuming that the goal is to get them talented enough and prepared enough that when they go to Sigourney High School, there's no drop-off, and they can perform at the level that Sigourney High School's been performing. How have you taken that, I guess, personally as a coach to make sure that that's something that happens when they go off to Shelley?
Well, it's very much intertwined. I mean, we start our season before school's out, and at that time, our practices are in the afternoon, the varsity practices there. The first couple of practices, we're very much sharing the field with the varsity team, and actually these girls do some of our what we call everyday drills. They do them with the varsity players, and then offline, not necessarily at practice, Shelley and I have a conversation. She has certain things that I do with them that she wants them to have them ready, so that when they get to her, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. The junior high softball is all about getting ready for varsity, and so there's certain things we work on and we do in game. Some strategies we put into place. It's so that when they get to high school, she doesn't have to focus as much on that. They can just move into their current game plan. So, it's a nice thing. Middle school, junior high softball wasn't always a thing in Iowa, and it is now. It used to be called like Pony League, but it wasn't really school as much as it was town-based. So it's a great opportunity. And then honestly, we just have one 6th grader here, but for 6th graders, it's their first actual school sanctioned competitive event, and it's in the summer before they start junior high. It introduces them to the way things are going to be when they get into middle school. So just all around, it helps them with not just softball, but getting ready for school as well.
Who's my 6th grader? Hi. Tell me your name, please.
My name's Neela.
Neela? That's a nice name. How has it been getting to play softball and coming in at Sigourney and starting your junior high career off in the softball field?
I really like it. I mean, I know all the girls, and it's just made everything a lot more friendly than just coming into a bunch of strangers. But everyone's really supportive of everyone. I think it's just really nice that you can just walk in and just know everyone, and it just makes everything a little more easy.
Have you been watching Sigourney High School play softball for a long time and kind of wanted to come up and do that?
Yes.
Yeah. I can imagine. So, talk a lot with Carly?
I mean, I know her sister, but I haven't actually talked with Carly.
Is she someone you looked up to a little bit? Nice.
Definitely.
So, what position do you play?
I am a catcher.
So you should be talking to Josephine a little bit more. Yeah. What has been the, let's say, challenging part of learning to be a catcher?
So I've caught since I was around 6, so I've been catching for quite some time. But probably the hardest part is just trying to encourage your pitcher, because if your pitcher is down, then their pitchers are really wild, and then that makes you work, and sometimes they just feel really down themselves, and it's hard to get them back to the spot mindset that they need to be in. And sometimes you just gotta let them be mad, and then sometimes they'll just get a couple good pitches, and then you just got to remind them of that. But otherwise, my pitchers are really nice, and they are really fast and good pitchers.
Nice. I'll let you choose who goes next. Good choice. And what is your name?
Shelby.
Shelby. How you doing, Shelby? You want another high five?
Sure.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, that looked like it. That was going to bite you again. Not again. Not again. How's this season been going for you?
Great.
What has been the most exciting part of the season for you so far?
Probably having new people coming in, having a bigger team than we did last year.
What position do you play?
Left field.
Left field. So you're in the outfield. You got a lot of running?
Yeah.
Is there a play that you can pinpoint that you remember so far this season that was one of your favorite times? Even if you didn't make it.
Just a straight pop fly to me.
Just straight pop fly to you? Was there ever any doubt you were going to catch it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for being honest. When you are out there in the field, what is your focus?
I watch the ball go out of the pitcher's hand and then go into the catcher's glove, and if it hits the batter's bat, I'm just like moving. I'm like, gotta watch it. If it's on the opposite side of the field, I just kind of move over there a little.
So that's a lot to think about, though. So there's never any time where you can just be idle, right? You have to kind of always know the role and know the next step, no matter what happens from the ball to bat, correct? What are some of the things that you work on with Coach trying to get prepared for the next game and the game after that?
Simple pop flies to the outfield, covering people on bunts and backing up and stuff like that.
How long have you been playing softball?
Probably since T-ball.
Yeah. So this is the culture out here. This is what we do. It's Sigourney softball is how we get up and move every day, correct? Awesome. All right, I'll let you choose who goes next. All right, perfect. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. What's your name?
Rylan.
Rylan with a B? Or did I just add a letter for fun?
You just added a letter.
I did. Okay, so it's Rylan. Okay, I got it now. Rylan, what position do you play?
Second.
Second base. That's a critical position. I don't know that I could play second base, even when I was athletic. You guys are undefeated on the season. What do you feel has allowed that to happen?
Probably mostly our pitcher. She's very good and she's very fast. I just say that she's been like
the best. What would you say is your strongest part of your softball game, Rylan?
Probably always being like supportive, and we're all just like up even if we're like down by a bunch, and just, yeah.
See, that's what we call intangibles. See, if it can't be on the field, you have to be able to have the contribution on the other end, and it's very important. A lot of people need that from everybody you can. So I love that answer first and foremost. But since you didn't give me something that was on the field, what do you feel that you would like to work on, or probably have a little bit more exercise with, for lack of a better term, as far as playing the game of softball?
Probably
like a position thing, like where to be, or do you feel like you want to learn to throw a little different, or maybe you're batting, or
probably like throw a little different.
Yeah. Second base is a hard place to throw from, or an important place to throw from. You know what I mean? If you're backing up the shortstop, or if you're coming up in the infield, you got to kind of know where to be. I would say, if it's a positional thing or a throwing thing, that's one that can be hammered out in hours of practice, because that's what it takes, right, Coach? Hours of practice. Who would you say on the team is the person that you go to the most to hang out with, or practice with, or just be best friends with?
The first baseman, Taylor.
Is Taylor here?
Yes.
I saw your eyes light up. I was like, oh, she said me. I'm in trouble. What does Taylor do to help your game?
She catches my very bad throws.
Very nice. Well, that means we're going to skip over you first, and we're going to go to Taylor real quick, and then we'll come back. So, Taylor, you ready?
Yeah.
And what is your name? No, I'm kidding. First base, also another integral position. A lot of things go through you. You're the stop it all. You know, you can stop it from even her having to worry about throwing.
Yeah.
How'd you get into? Was first base your first choice for a position?
I've always wanted to be first base, but like I played some travel teams. I got put in the outfield, and then when I started junior high ball, Josh put me at first, and now I played a lot.
On travel ball, playing those other positions, how do you feel it helped you once you came back to junior high, where the expectations for Sigourney a little bit, and now you're at first base? How do you feel playing those other positions helped you?
In the outfield, you have to catch a lot of balls, so it's like easy when they're like wild and they're way above your head, and you can just like jump for them. And because I had to do that in the outfield too.
What grade are you in?
7th, going into 8th.
Okay. I was like, you have a maturity about you. I was like, huh. But that sounds like what a first baseman would do, because again, not only are you integral, you have to be a leader on the field, and again, everything goes through you. How do you feel like you keep your teammates focused and prepared during each play?
I like yell out the outs, how many outs we have, if anyone's on base, like where we're going next. Just like to help everyone that, like the catcher, for instance, like to know.
What's been the most exciting part of this season for you so far?
Probably winning all of our games with my friends.
That's exciting for everybody. I don't think I've ever been a part of an undefeated team. At any point. I'm pretty sure we would lose game 1 and then go on to be better eventually, and then I'd wake up and go back to school and we'd try again. All right, we're gonna come to the middle. Appreciate you, Taylor. And what is your name?
Sawyer.
Sawyer. All right. Let's see. I can't. I thought I was gonna remember them all. I couldn't do it. I used to be really good at names, I promise. Sawyer, what position do you play?
Catcher.
Catcher. All right. So we had 2 catchers on it? Interesting. Do you have any aspirations of playing a different position?
I like to play shortstop and third, but I mostly play catcher.
Gotcha. So would you say your style of catching differs? I know that's a hard thing to do because catching's kind of, you do what a catcher does, but what would you say would be some of your differences from her catching style?
I don't know.
All right, we'll shuffle over. How do you guys help each other in your game?
One of us plays B game and the other plays A. So while the other person's playing, we like shout out things that we know they are weak on and like help them. That way they remind them and know what to do next time.
We were talking earlier. You heard me talk with Coach about the expectations once you get up to the high school level. Do you feel pressure of getting to a certain level for wanting to play for Shelley? How do you think that affects the way you play on the field?
Because I know that they're a really good team and that if I'm not good, that I'm probably not going to play. So have to do better now and work on my bad parts to get better.
Is there anything specifically that you look for help for to kind of get to that level?
Probably like framing the ball and stopping the ball.
All right, so I got one question for all of you. It's not the walk-up one, don't worry. But you did kind of ask it. But if you had one other position that you'd like to play, what would it be?
Shortstop.
Why do you say that?
Because third base, like you get a lot of line drives, and I'm probably not the best to play there. And shortstop, you still get like a lot of attention, and I still get a throw to first quite a bit.
I'll let you pass to somebody who wants to. First baseman. If you had any other position, one other position you could play, what would it be and why?
Probably third because it's pretty similar to first.
And you get a lot of long drives that you know.
Yeah.
All right. We'll come back over here. What position would you play and why?
Probably center field.
Center field. So just back up about 30 feet?
Yeah.
Is it so you get less attention? Why would you play center field?
Because you still get like a lot of balls hit to you even though you're still in the outfield and you're still like moving all the time to back up second base. And
I like the outfield a lot. I think that's one of the more fun places to play, but that's just me. What position would you play and why?
Second base has a lot more action than left field.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? And lastly, what position would you play? You're fifth. You had so much time. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not totally sure. I think everything has an important role, but probably second.
And why?
Because he put me in
Yeah.
second at one point.
It's all I ever knew. I will say, I was thinking I would get at least one pitcher. I was thinking I'd get one person. Does nobody want, like, the responsibility of pitching? Or what would you say, as a catcher, you know this better than anybody, really, what would you say is the reason that somebody wouldn't want to pitch?
There's definitely a lot of pressure. Like, the other team is going to be cheering because they want you to give the other person balls to for them to be walked. But so you're going to have a lot of pressure. There's going to be a lot of noise, and you have to. There's a lot to think about. You gotta, like, I think all of our pitchers have had certain coaches that they go to, and there's just a lot of work that has to be put in. And if you don't do it every day, it's just not gonna progress.
Coach, what position would you play? Assistant coach.
Yeah, that sounds pretty nice sometimes. Nope, I was, in my days of playing ball, I was a utility player. I think my favorite position to play was when I was a catcher. So that's where I'd go.
The catchers group here. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, last questions for you, Coach. 4-0 right now on one team, 3-0 on the other. The season's, I'm assuming, midway through for middle school.
It is and isn't. We have 4 games next week, and then a few more games the following week, and then we'll end out the year with like a South Iowa Cedar League playoff game for placement. It could be for first and second or third and fourth, and so on. So we go till the end of June. A lot of games and practices and early mornings for these young ladies. Our games are at 9 a.m. So a lot of times if we're going, like the other day we went to Grinnell. That's a little bit of a jaunt, so we have to get into the field and hit before we get on the bus and right up there. So early mornings for these girls, and I'd say we're far from halfway through, and we still got a lot of work to do. But they're in the mindset of we're playing it one inning at a time, and if we can keep playing the way we've been playing each inning, I think we can make a push to try for that undefeated season. But in the same sense, we don't want to instill that pressure that's what needs to happen. So. Yeah.
I have one last question for you, and honestly, for me, when I talk to coaches, I think it's the most important question. You have the honor of coaching a game, but also developing young minds. And so, outside of the game of softball, what is it that you like to instill into your players about life itself?
Just that athletics translates into the way that you carry yourself on a daily basis, and I do that with softball and other sports that I'm involved with, but you have to be the best person you can be no matter what the situation is, whether it's in athletics or out in daily life. So that's said to them a lot, and I think the most important thing, the first thing they hear is that when we get jerseys at the beginning of the year, it's not about what's on the back, the number, it's about what's on the front. And when we stop at a gas station, say after a softball game, it's be proud, make people respect Sigourney, not just thinking we're a softball team. We're more than that. We're better human beings. So that's actually my favorite part of coaching is the development of kids in the outside world versus on the field of play that we're using or that we're playing. So
I 100% agree. I appreciate that answer. And I appreciate you guys coming to spend some time with us. Thanks for making them wake up early. And
it's my favorite thing. My second favorite thing to do. Get up early.
That's awesome. Well, I'll turn it back over to Steve. Appreciate you guys.
All right. And you guys just hold tight. We do thank, again, Sigourney Junior High Softball. We thank Keota Softball for being in this morning. And we thank A.J. Johnson from KTVO making his debut today here on the sports section. A.J. again is going to be hanging out with us all summer long, right up until basically football season. So, A.J., it's been a good start, and looking forward to hanging out with you these next few months.
Fun times.
And when can people find you again on TV?
All right. Normally, we see how things happen. Mondays and Fridays, I'm on ABC at 6 for KTVO 3 and CBS at 6:30. So people kind of understand, our 6 p.m. show is Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois. Our CBS 6:30 show is Southeast Iowa. So if
Okay.
you're looking for the Southeast Iowa news, and I'm not saying don't watch us at 6, but you'll get it at 6:30 on CBS. And then Tuesdays you'll also find me on CBS at 6:30.
Okay, and we tagged AJ's page on Facebook, so make sure you like his page and follow along. All right, that'll do it for this week's show. Again, we're at Barn Wired every Sigourney morning at 8 a.m. I know next week we do have Sigourney High School baseball. We've got Addison Adam from Cardinal Track also going to be hanging out, and who knows, maybe we'll have a third guest. It's just all kind of up in the air right now. We'll figure it out here in the next few days. That is the sports section for this week here on Steve Shuttler.